Hey, and welcome to another video from yours truly. Yes, this is actually a look back at something that took place in the summer that I've just managed to get all the footage together and, edited and such in a way that I can present to you. And I wasn't sure how I was going to do it because, I go to this event and I shoot footage and I don't know what I'm going to show, where I'm going to show it, what channels I'm going to show it on and such. But here's the stuff I wanted to show to you. Now, for those of you who follow my channel, you will know what Fan Expo is because I've talked about it before. I even have videos from at least one other Fan Expo that I went to. For those of you who are new to the channel, haven't looked at any of the old videos, or are, not from around the area or don't know what Fan Expo is, it's essentially a big, what I like to call, Geekapalooza. It's for geeks, it's for nerds, it's for genre fans, it's for all those people who are into that, uber pop culture type thing. It's essentially a combination of 5 smaller conventions all rolled into one. The first one was originally the Toronto Comic-Con, I think, or Canadian National Comic-Con. I don't know. But it's the comic convention, which was I guess the original. Everything started off as a comic convention, right? It also encompasses the Canadian National Sci-Fi Convention, which is all science fiction. Your Star Wars, your Stargates, your whatever the popular thing is. Defiance is would have been X-Files at one point, all, etc., etc. It also has the horror portion, which is put on by, well, it's been put on by Rue Morgue since it started, and that's the Festival of Fear. And then it has CN Anime, which is the anime portion, the Canadian National Anime Convention, which has all, every year is slightly different. They've had, they often have voice actors. Sometimes they'll bring in people from Japan. They always tend to show anime movies and stuff. Sometimes they've had off at movie theaters where they would run, you could go there and watch anime and stuff like that. Which in Toronto, unfortunately, there's not enough anime here. I'm really disappointed that more anime doesn't get shown here because honestly, anytime it does, it gets select theaters for maybe 1 or 2 nights and they're always sold out and I never get to them. I've tried several times and I maybe succeeded once. And then finally, there is the Canadian National Gaming Expo, which is all gaming, board games, video games, etc., etc. They often have tournaments. They often have role-playing sessions. So if you don't have a group of friends in your area, you can spend all your money, come down to this, and I mean spend a lot of money just to be able to get in some RPG action. Somebody will GM or DM, however you want to say it, your adventures, and you can go for the entire weekend and just play that. There is LARPing groups that are there. There is the big gaming companies are there displaying all their new video games, etc., etc., etc. And of course, they often have, well, not often, but I do know that in past, and again this year, they had a large video game competition. So, yeah, it's definitely one of those things that if you're into any of those type of things and you're in this area, or not even if you're not, people come and this is their vacation. They come down from all over Canada and they come up from all over the United States to check this out. This year was at the Metro Toronto Convention Center. And so here's the first video. It's the first day and I've just gotten there, and one of the big problems they've always had is the lines for the autographs. It's been a problem with this convention, no matter who owned it, where it was, what location was, where they designed and set up everything. The lines for the autographs were always a problem. And here's what they did this year, which is absolutely, I mean, it's like, seriously, I don't understand it. So here we're looking at the area. What you see on the right is where all their, all the people are going to be lined up. You can see the names above where they're going to be. They haven't even finished setting up for this. You can see on the floor there some lines. Now those lines are essentially what they are going to use to make it so people stay in order. Here are 2 people actually setting up those lines.
Yeah,
and they still got a ways to go. Here, I'll just pan down here in a second and show you what it actually is that they're putting on the ground. It is this tape, and I guess they're thinking, us nice Canadians, we're all going to stand in order. And here's what it actually ends up being. For the guys who don't have a lot of people who want to see them, sure, whatever, it's not bad. But here is people who are popular, and it's just a zoo. Yeah, and you know what? That's just that area. It's absolutely nuts when it comes to crowds. You get that in any of the events like this. Here is a video of, this is again near the autograph area. The autograph area is to the left. This is people trying to get by at the end of that autograph area because, there's no ropes, there's no nothing. If you can see on the left here, those people in the shirts, the red shirts, those are volunteers trying to keep people out of the autograph area, and which you can see is full. And this is all for Doctor Who area. They're all here to see Matt Smith and Arthur Darvill. Unfortunately, Cara Gillan canceled. Yeah, that's what that looks like there. Now, it's one of those things where it doesn't matter where you go, it always seems like there are people. And here is another video. This is me trying to walk through that area where, between the autograph section and it's not working out too well for me. This is an overview of the, well, it's not the main portion of the convention. This is just the tupper, and this is early on. So you can see that's the game, video game competition, and there's lots of people there, and people are trying to get by them who don't care anything about it, but then there's people who want to watch, and they get everything stuck. And yeah, it's nuts. This is going down into the main, I guess, building, the biggest building. And again, this is escalators down. It's the only way down into it. There's more escalators going up. There's often a line and stuff. And everybody wants to put stuff there. So you always end up with, there's just tons and tons of people, people doing cosplay. There's Aquaman and Wonder Woman. But yeah, it's weird. Honestly, sometimes I found the crowds to be crazy this year, and other times I found it to be not so much. But there's the Power Rangers. I really wish they could have, beat up some of the people to get me through, but I guess that's not the way they work. But yeah, this is just going into the main building and seeing the artist alley, which is all the independent artists and such. And this is a shot of the main vendors area. As you can see, there's people everywhere, vendors everywhere, and this is not the busiest day. This is not the busiest day. Normally it's really hard to walk through this area at all. But yeah, honestly, it's crazy. But yeah, here's just check out a few of these shots of people. Shots of people. Always place that really boggles the mind and always gets bogged down. Contests. They have contests. People all stand around, all want to win something, but always makes a mess of traffic. So, yeah, conventions, you gotta love them, but one of the biggest problems they all have is how to deal with traffic, how to deal with people, how to get them in and out, how to get them through, how to make it so that, you know, one booth that's really popular isn't blocking other booths that aren't so popular, and you know, people can't get to them. How to get it so that people can walk by and actually make it around the convention. Always a problem that Fan Expo's had, and sometimes they improve, other times they don't. Honestly, I thought they did some things right this year, but the sticker stuff on the ground, honestly, I don't know. I don't know who thought that was a good idea. Perhaps it was a last minute thought, but yeah. But yeah, more Fan Expo videos to come. Hopefully you like them and you get an idea of what conventions are all about. If you have any questions, let me know down below. I'll be happy to answer them. But yeah, stay tuned for more Fan Expo 2014.